became clear that the best way to stay competitive and protect the business for long term is to move production from our facility in Indianapolis to Monterrey, Mexico. Where we have existing carrier facilities. Listen, I've got information that's important to share as a part of the transition. If we could go ahead. If you don't want to hear it, other people do. So let's quiet down. Thank you very much. We also intend to relocate the distribution center from Indianapolis as well. Relocating our operations to Monterrey will allow us to maintain high levels of product quality at competitive prices and continue to serve the extremely price-sensitive marketplace. I want to be clear, this is strictly a business decision.
Donald Trump is making a promise to carrier workers on the west side of Indianapolis. The presidential candidate says the company's bosses will not leave for Mexico if he wins the White House.
So here's what's going to happen. Within 24 hours, I'll get a call, the head of carrier, and he'll say, Mr. President, we've decided to stay in the United States. All right? That's what's going to happen. 100%.
Trump says Carrier's other option is to face a 35% tax on products it plans to produce in Monterrey, Mexico. That's 2 hours south of the border with Texas. Last week, RTV6 traveled there to show you the plants where Carrier will shift its daily production of 10,000 furnaces. Currently, the Mexico plants manufacture rooftop air conditioners.
We're not going to allow it to happen again. We are going to stop it. They're taking our jobs. They're taking everything.
Donald Trump came to Indiana and talked a lot about what happened with the Carrier Corporation and shipping their jobs out of state. Here's someone who worked for Carrier, and he has a question for you.
How you doing, Mr. President?
How are you?
My name is Eric Cottenham, and I'm representing the Steelworkers Union, Local 1999, and I'm trying to find out what do we have left for as all of our jobs are leaving Indianapolis, right? And I see here you're doing a lot of things, but in Indianapolis, there's nothing there for us. I mean, what's next? I mean, what can we look forward to in the future as far as jobs, employment, whatever, because all of our jobs is left or in the process of leaving, sir?
Well, in fact, we've seen more manufacturing jobs created since I've been president than any time since the 1990s. That's a fact. And for those folks who've lost their job right now because a plant went down to Mexico, you know, that isn't going to make you feel better. And so what we have to do is to make sure that folks are trained for the jobs that are coming in now, because some of those jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says, like the person you just mentioned, who I'm not going to advertise for, that he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? There's no answer to it. He just says, well, I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how exactly are you going to negotiate that? What magic wand do you have? And usually the answer is he doesn't have an answer.
President-elect Donald Trump taking credit for saving American manufacturing jobs from going to Mexico. A campaign promise he made to Carrier employees in Indianapolis.
But we're not going to let them just take our companies out, fire everybody. These are people with Carrier for many, many years. We're not going to let it happen.
Trump and Carrier both tweeting overnight. They have reached a deal to keep close to 1,000 jobs in Indy after the company's announcement back in February. The parent company, United Technologies, planned to shutter its Carrier plant in Indianapolis that employs 1,400 workers and a nearby plant in Huntington that employs 700, saving the company, according to the workers union, more than $65 million a year in labor costs. A move Carrier's union rep, Chuck Jones, says would have destroyed many workers' lives.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 100% of the credit. I wasn't a Trump supporter. In fact, I hammered him pretty good. And when I see him tomorrow, I'm going to tell him, you know, I hammered your ass pretty good, but I'm going to give you credit because what you said you was going to do, you fulfilled that promise, and I appreciate it.
Steve Mnuchin, Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary, telling reporters today he thought the deal was a terrific opportunity.
The president-elect and the vice president picked up the phone and called the CEO of United Technologies and told him we wanted to keep jobs here. Can't remember the last time a president did that.
Team Trump also crediting Vice President-elect Mike Pence, who was the current governor of Indiana, for helping persuade Carrier to stay.